What's going on YouTube? Is Donnie B all day, and I'm downstairs in my little shop because I have a couple projects I want to do that are pretty much the same. I've got these two old axes right here, right? This is more of like a camp axe. This is more like a nice woodman's chopper, and they're both kind of jacked up looking. So I've let them sit like this over time, and I didn't think much of it. And then today I'm thinking, you know what, I might want to refinish them. So I just did a little test panel in the back. I wanted to see how easy it would clean up, and that was about 10 seconds. And I figure if that's 10 seconds, I wonder what I could do with the rest of it. Now this one is a cheap Chinese axe. It's a good axe. It's decent. It's done its job, but it's just a cheap Chinese one. And it does have the black coating on it, and I was thinking about leaving that, but I don't know. It's kind of crossing my mind to see what I want to do with this. This one here is better. This one's an old Collins. This is old, and I've had this one for a long time, and thought, you know, it would be nice to refinish this one. I think polishing it up and making it look pretty cool would be all right. So that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to leave them assembled. I'm not even going to take it out. Well, who knows if I want to get new axe handles, but so far these axe handles both work really well, so I don't find it necessary to take them off, and I think I can get these things polished up pretty good without having to take it off. So that's what I want to do. I want to polish them up a bit, and then I want to just hone up the edges and make them a little bit sharper. So far both still have a good edge. This one, it has a better edge on it. It's just lived a little bit longer, but I'm going to use a whole lot of this guy right here, which has become my favorite piece of something. I have been using this guy to make a samurai sword. I used it to make a small little bushcraft knife from a machete. I used it to make a few other things now that I started getting it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and buy a bunch more of these guys, because these are awesome. They take away a lot of metal. I'm not sure what grit this is. This might be an 80, but I'd like to see if I can find a 40 and really start removing metal. It's going to just cut time down so much on knife making. And so far so good. And then I'd like to get, I don't know if they have like a 120 grit, something like that in this, and really be able to use it for hitting the steel. But just real quick, watch how fast this thing goes. Just hitting it with that is taking away all the bad stuff, and that's obviously just a second of doing that. It does remove some metal, so I could literally feel the dip right here, but I'm going to do that evenly all the way around, and then I might give it a polish. So that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to work on making these two beautiful with something like that. That means any one of you can go to Harbor Freight and get the same tools that I'm using, just this cheap crap, and make things like your old axe that you have sitting around the house, make it pretty again. And it's really not going to take that much time. And when I get done, what I'll do is I'll polish, and I'll show you what I use. Probably going to have to put a new polishing wheel on there, because this one is full of little metal pieces. But if you take a drill, you take some polishing compound, and this one's for steel, and you turn on the drill and you put this like this, and you get the compound all over your polishing wheel. Then, I don't think this is plugged in, is it? No, it's not plugged in. Then I would just take it and polish it. So that, I think, is my next project, and I'm probably going to get started real quick, get these going, and see if I can't make them, if not look pretty, at least prettier than they already are, and a little bit sharper, so that's going to be good. And who knows, I might even work the handles. This one I kind of like, so I might just over wrap this, but I'm thinking of doing some pre-wrap and maybe a more complex design in the wrap on that one. So soon find out. I will get back to you as soon as I have something worth looking at. All right, little update on the Collins. I spent about 30 seconds on each side, right, with that sander, and then I gave it a polish to see how it would look just at that point. I'll tell you what, I got some sand lines, you can see right there, those scratches, but it's not rust like it was before, and the edge is looking mighty. That is looking pretty good right there. So who knows? I even redid the top, hit that wood a little bit. I might just leave it at this point right here, because that rusty blade is no longer a rusty blade. That's pretty decent. I could put it on the belt sander a little bit, and who knows, I might do that just to see what it would look like, and maybe that's what I'll do. Hit it with that belt sander and see if I can't make it even sweeter. I'd have to get some really fine paper to take out all the scratches, but I'm not really worried about that. I don't care about the scratches. I just didn't want the patina on there anymore. I didn't want that rust look. So from there to there, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, seeing as how it looked in the beginning. Let's see. That's not bad. That's not bad. It took about 30 seconds to knock away all that rust. Literally, about 30 seconds. Yeah, look at this. That edge was this entire blade. Tell me you don't see that difference. That's crazy. So, again, 30 seconds each side. I can go buy a new one every time they get rusty. I can go to Dick's and buy a new one for 20 bucks. But why? I could just take the one I have and run it against some sandpaper. Simple. So I think what I'm going to do now is hit some of that rough grain across here and see what it looks like. So I'll let you know. Well, I was pressing, you're sitting on top of my drill press, and I'm like, I'll let you know. So instead of pressing pause, I was hitting the power off. Retard. All right, here we go. All right, so what have I learned? If you want to get rid of some ugly old scratches, just put in some new, better looking scratches. It's so much smoother now. It's not as shiny, but remember, it's an axe, so who really cares? That was literally just put on the belt sander, and that was a rough grit. So if I actually used a higher grit, then I could make it as shiny as the grit goes down. You know what I mean? I could go all the way down to 2,000 grit and hand polish this and make it like a mirror. But I don't care. I just wanted to get all the caca off. And guess what? The caca is off. That's not so bad. So that's that one. I'll do the next one. But that's it. Look at this. Look at this. That is not too bad right there. That is not too bad. So getting rid of all the rust is as easy as going, and that's it. I'm going to start work on the next guy, and then I will work on making the handles a little bit better. This one, there's nothing on it, so it's just slippery. That's the only problem with it. So I will see what I can do about that. Try and get that all squared away. All right, I'm gone. All right, well, that was easy. I took this one all the way down to bare like this. I took off all the black, and then I used some camo paint that I used. I had somebody needed a handgun redone, and they wanted a custom paint job on a 1911, so I used some camo paint. When that dries, it'll be nice and satin black, and I did that all the way around. So got a little bit of bled through my tape right there. I think I had a wrinkle in my tape. Of course, this is for me, so I don't really care, but you can see what it's going to look like. And then I did a little bit of the top of the handle, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a wrap on the handle, and covering that part just doesn't matter, so it'll be black at the top where it's exposed. But tell you what, guys, that's two axes that were rusty that are looking pretty damn good right now. and it took a matter of, you know, maybe 2 or 3 minutes total. Not, I mean, total on each, not total for both of them, but about total on each. It was pretty quick. It was pretty damn quick, and I gotta say, I like it. I like it. It's decent. So I'm going to finish up the handles, and once I'm done, I'll come back to you guys and show you what we have. Until now, not too shabby. Ooh, all right, it's a whole new day. It's actually like a whole new month because I forgot about this project when I just came back to it. So let's go over these. You remember what they looked like. Let me see. Get it in the sun. I'll bring it in the sun in a minute. Let me just show you up close. Got the little D-pad right there. I don't even know if it's going to pick up. I might as well just bring you in the sun right now. Let's see. Let's see where the sun is. Now, I'm just getting glare, so hopefully you can see all this. But what I did is I finished it like I said I was going to finish it. And then what I did for the wrap is I put some pre-wrap. It's like a foam wrap, right? And I pre-wrapped the entire handle, then went over it with athletic tape, which is, a lot of people call it like hockey stick tape. And that was it, man. That one came out really good. The pre-wrap adds just a little bit of cushion underneath for shock absorbing, and it makes it feel good. Now this little camp axe right here, this little guy is just awesome. So I did a little D-pad under the Collins. You can see that. And then I did the same thing. I pre-wrapped it, and I went right over the tennis racket tape that they had on there. And I went over that with the pre-wrap. So now it's really, really nice and cushiony. And I'll tell you, these two axes, let's see. They came out pretty good. I think they look pretty damn good, as a matter of fact. So let's see how well I did these edges. Let's go chop some stuff real quick. All right, hold on. All right, I think we're in play, and I'm starting to get everything settled over here. Let's drop that guy right there. We'll start out with this Collins, and we'll give it a couple whacks. And it seems like the edge I put on there is very friendly. Very, very friendly. The wrap, so comfortable. But look at this. So nice. So the Collins, little D-pad with a little D-pad assistance, turned out pretty darn nice. Now we'll take this Chinese guy and we'll see how it does. Holy moly. I spent some good time on this edge because it didn't come with a really nice edge. So I kind of worked it a little bit. Kind of getting stuck here and all this stuff. So let's see. And it's biting in really, really well. Have very little to grab onto here. So I'm trying not to, you know, kill myself because that would suck. But let's see here. That's not too bad. The black stayed on. So far, so good. I gotta say that that little project was a success. Got that round end. There we go. There we go. So that's it, guys. My blurry in there. An easy fix on two axes. You got some old axes and hatchets sitting around in the shed or in the basement somewhere, sitting out in your garage, and they've seen better days. They're looking kind of crappy. It doesn't mean that they're done. It doesn't mean that they're no good anymore. So easy to just take off all that rust, add a little edge to it, and turn it into, oh man, it's in there, and turn it into a pretty nice banger. These guys right here got the job done, and they look good. They look better than they looked when I got them, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Just awesome, man. Awesome pieces. I'm gonna be able to use these now for a bunch of years with no worries, no concerns. Yeah. And let me see if I can get them out of that stump. And that's good. That's good. I would say that this was a success. Now I have another axe that I found that I already broke off the handle. I mean, this axe is pretty far gone. It's all rust. I mean, double what these guys were. Maybe I'll show you. And after doing these, it really, Mosquito, it really makes me want to hit that one and finish it up and making it, you know, make it look as pretty as I did these. Not sure what I'll do to it, but I know I have to do a handle, and I'm thinking about like some kind of handle, like a 22-inch, like something that you'd see on like a cold steel, one of those cold steel axes that I showed you. But D-bad fix on the Collins, D-bad fix on the Chinese blade. Success. Hold on. So this is the one that I need to get, that I just need to do something with. Let me see if I can't post you up, guy. Hold on a second. Got to use these axes to hold you up. So you can obviously see that it's a hammer end, right? Look at this edge is just so far gone and crapped out. It's chipped all over the place. The hammer still looks good. I got to finish taking out that wood. It's got a nice little nail pull in it, and you can see the angle of this blade, right? It's more tomahawk, and I think that adding a new handle on this thing and cleaning this guy up, this thing might turn out to be pretty a-okay, Dr. Jones. I mean, you could just see. Look at how orange that is. It's all over my hands now, but it's just no good. I'm trying to see. There's something written on there. Oh, it's a Stanley. So I should be able to pick this back up and make it nice and bring it back to its Stanley glory. It's cool. I like how it's even kind of swedged at the top, which is nice. But that's another project for another day. I'm going to get down to that one. Doors are opening and closing. I don't know who's coming or going. All right, so that's it, man. That's it. D-bad specials all day long. Ooh, I'm Johnny B all day. Until next knife.